The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Hancock-Whitney Stadium in Mobile, home to the South Alabama Jaguars. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Rainbow Warriors will put toe together and we'll get started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll try the run. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Let's talk for just a second about South Alabama. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level. Breaks into the open. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So
it's a seam wide open at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Jaguars!
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Trying the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Davis looking to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Barfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Hines is tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Kick is good. And the offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That'll bring them to within 4. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Touch pass on the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Jaguars will line it up on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Bullock. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Under fire. He's got him. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm now.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Jaguars started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Here's the handoff. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff to the lone back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
That's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
Back to throw, it's Davenport. Back's looking for the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, South Alabama.
And that's a his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Complete out of the backfield. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Rainbow Warriors will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make...
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense trying to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Hawaii. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
And he's going to bring this one out. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. The give to the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
Brings up second down.
We've reached the end of the period. It's South Alabama holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Jaguars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Takes the handoff. It's Bullock. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Build that momentum, offense.
Off play action. And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Touchdown, Hawaii! Stealing a score on special teams. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution on that punt return.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you
sends it downfield. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense.
Here we go. Do the show.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And the Rainbow Warriors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. Hauled down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rainbow Warriors will snap it on 1st and 10. Davis will throw. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. He caught it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors! The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw it to them, and they'll make big plays for them.
14.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Here we go.
Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Using the quick game. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
connection to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Now the play fake. Now improvising. Uncorks one to the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the interception, they'll try to cash it in with a score.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Davis looking to pass. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. There he goes. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play,
looking to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
and that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
And as he throws, and it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Davis will throw. Got his man on the outside. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They are up by 7 over Charlotte. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
He's moving out of the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot.
Oh, he wants it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Jaguars will punt this one away. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Hawaii! Special teams proving to be special.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he tacks on the extra point. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on first down, to throw. Got a man, it's Bullock. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Jaguars will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Got it in the middle, it's Booth. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Davis looking to pass. Got his man quickly. There he goes. Got some movement into the goal line. Touchdown, Hawaii. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
South Alabama, 14.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the pass.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got him downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Jaguars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you can tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. The play action fake. Steps away to find some room. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
The field goal is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Rainbow Warriors can really attack on this 2nd and short. Davis will throw. Got a man, it's Sims. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun to give, looking for room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Using his legs, it's Barfield. Got enough for the first. turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Warriors. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
Hawaii 55, South Alabama 14.
And he's going to bring this one out. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, it can definitely be.
He's loose. The 30. Give him 109 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
The Jaguars, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to ride this running back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
24-yard line. Brings up second down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball.
Touchdown, Jaguars! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. There's being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
The Rainbow Warriors in a good spot here with second and short. On the run, it's Sims.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
First down for the offense.
And the Rainbow Warriors are rolling down the field.
Come on, Lisa. Here we go. Ready?
They'll try to get outside. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
All right, let's get it. Right.
We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, South Alabama. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Rainbow Warriors come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Quickly out to the tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guessed right. And
oh, he's got some space. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Rainbow Warriors pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
First down, fellas.
Try to get it to the edge. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
They want that clock to run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They try to pop a run on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in fourth down territory. It's fourth and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in fourth and short.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Snagged in the middle. It's Woodyard.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent.
He'll take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Jaguars come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. Wants to throw. It's Davenport. Keeps looking downfield. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess, have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. The throw. Finds his big tight end. Turns it on in midfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Razorbacks offense will get the ball first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make surface-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football...
There we go! Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running...
He's going for a big play downfield. Got it! And he will score! This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Rides to the back. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Red Raiders trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Going for 6. Touchdown, Red Raider! A quick pass to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Dropping back. It's Canty. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, they reached a national championship game last year. Couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year? Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Red Raiders send out the punt unit. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Turning it on! Gets it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you
Fires one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Canty. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Nothing too exotic about that blitz right there. That's just the middle linebacker coming right up the middle of the field in the teeth of that offensive lineman. Nobody accounted for him, and he gets home.
And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. 4th and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up and
He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. First play of the period, 1st down here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a on just a second, guys. Flag on the play.
Looking to kick defense.
This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. Looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. Working that left side now. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for... One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. To the ground with the back. Breaks it to the open. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And that's a perfect example of why offensive coordinators like running the ball in 3rd and long situations, because you're expecting the defense to be in a big prevent zone coverage type scheme, and it makes it so much easier for these running backs to get into the second one.
Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Razorbacks have this offense rolling. Looking downfield, it's Canty. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. They'll leave it with him. Crosses the 40, he's got it. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got the tight end. Out of bounds he goes, they'll mark it at the 16. The Razorbacks have taken it inside the 20. Back to pass. Dumps it to the back. It's complete. And he strides his... The give to the back. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Dropping back, it's Canty. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Touchdown, Arkansas! Fired in from... Might be changing the route. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to run it. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They'll run this play from the pistol. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up. He's going for it all. Reels it in on the outside. Touchdown, Arkansas! They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of 1st downs. I need 2. I need 2 1st downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He's got him in the flat. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield.
Going for it all. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long. There he goes. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Leaves it with the back. And they didn't get it forward, and edge defense wins the battle up front. The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you...
Converts on 4th down. Still going. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Razorbacks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Picked up a few on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Pulled and fired complete. Takes it the other way. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee. And
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. Turning it on. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Starts to scramble to the left. Complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Ray! They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the big fella. Powers through. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Clark. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And the Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets it out fast. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It's third and goal and third and long. Blasted as he lets it go. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. They want to throw it. Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's Ross. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up. The defense making the play to drive in. With that bubble recovery, and they should be able to run out the clock. Handoff to the lone back. Brings into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll ride the hot hand. Still running at the 40. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this